Hi everyone, I'm from Algeria. Okay, I'm doing English lesson for my personal project. As an English student, that's why I need to prepare myself for communication, for exams. English is becoming very, very important in Algeria as we start and dependent on it. So I think it's the right time to start improve my English level. My English. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I have the master degree in computer science. I studied 6 years as in computer science and start a new career in English. Yes. Yeah. Nice to meet you too. You read the message because it says something. It said I've been 10 minutes. Read the message. Mrs. I've been in 10 minutes. So
asking these questions. Are there idioms in your language that express something similar, and how do they sound when you try and translate them word for word? Tanya, are you feeling under the weather? Do you know what that means?
Another way of asking this, I think I'm feeling sick, or I'm feeling ill.
Absolutely. So when we talk about that, we're talking about people feeling a little bit sick. They're not too sick, but yes.
Yes, maybe emotional.
Emotional, no. This is
No?
definitely referring to feeling a little bit ill.
Oh, okay.
So emotional, I'm sure we will come up with one for emotions just now, Mohammed.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
All right, so under the weather, correct, Tanya. All right, Tanya, when last did you feel under the weather?
I think the last week I had the feeling under the weather. So I had a little cold.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I had a little bit of flu over the weekend, so I was definitely under the weather there. I wasn't healthy. Okay. Has anything been driving you up the wall recently? What does it mean, and how can you say it differently?
I mean, maybe you face for example, difficulties or struggles with your objects, or for example, studying jobs, or something.
Okay. Can anyone help us? What does it mean, drive you up the wall? Anyone
Get your
ideas?
attention. Get your attention.
Making me
Nervous.
nervous, making me really frustrated and irritated. You are driving me up the wall.
Yeah,
So
you
if
make
my
it.
children
Yes, anger.
driving me up the wall, when your children are running around and making a noise, you say, "Be quiet! You're driving me up the wall. You're making me get irritated." All right, so driving you up the wall can be it's not really a polite thing to say in an office situation. But you could say to your colleague, "Oh, my boss is driving me up the wall today. He's giving me way too much work." Okay, so he's just making me very frustrated. Mohammed, who normally drives you up the wall?
My teacher. No. Because they provide me homeworks and project. Sometimes they drive me up the wall because stress. Yes.
Yep, you're quite right.
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a look at the other one here. I think Pauline is gone again. Okay. Bilal, can you think of a time when you were at the end of your tether?
I don't know what it means.
Okay. Anyone help him at the end of your tether? I can't take any more. Sorry, Tanya?
For example, when your power is almost okay.
Gardening? You don't like gardening?
I do like gardening.
You do like gardening, okay.
I'm passionate about gardening, so last when I'm gardening, I am exhausted. I am really at the end of my tether.
And it's normally a little bit of stress. So gardening would be good for you when you are at the end of your tether with work. You would go gardening to de-stress. So you want to get rid of the stress. So when you're at the end of your tether, you are too stressed out. Normally when something is stressing you out, it can be the energy levels. We just don't have any energy left. Okay. Word for, yeah?
I have a quick question about driving you up the wall. A synonym of to hit the roof.
Yes. Well, it's a synonym to the process of getting up to hit the roof. So when someone is driving me up the wall and eventually I hit, that's enough. Okay, so they're driving you up the wall and then you hit the roof. Nice one there. Lovely correlation. Okay, word for word, that's what she said. I'm just passing on the message. Bilal, can you read this one for us?
I think they just translated the poem word for word, which is why it sounds a bit strange.
Okay. So, when we repeat something word for word, you say exactly what the other person says. All right, so Tanya, what's another word we can use word for word for word?
I don't know, maybe literally.
On the way there, there's a very strange one. I'm actually going to write it here. Verbatim means you just tell me exactly what they said. You don't translate anything. You don't add anything. You say it verbatim. You say it word for word, exactly what they told you. There must be some other synonyms. Does anyone know any others? Word for word?
To quote?
Sorry?
To quote?
To quote. Yes. Yep. To quote would work. Yeah. Word for word. We are quoting them exactly what they say. All right. In the context of translation, it means to substitute each word in the original with a word that in the second language naturally. This would lead to some interesting and even incomprehensible syntax. Okay, let's have a look at this. Tanya, under the weather. You originate from Ukraine. If you translate that word for word, what would you come up with? Under the weather.
So how it spelled in my language or meaning of it?
The meaning, yeah.
Meaning you stay under under the weather.
Under the sky, hey?
Under the sky, yeah. It's a little strange.
Do you have a similar idiom in Ukrainian?
No.
When you're feeling sick? No. So not under the weather. Okay. All right. Mohammed, what about you? Under the weather, if you translate that word for word, is it a similar meaning or not?
No? I think they
Does
say
it also mean under the sky?
no. Because I think in linguistic say you have synonyms, keywords. They are similar, but they are they depend on the context. So yes, and the last one is not any give the meaning. You must read all the sentence. Reflect the real idea, the real concepts. Yes. So I don't the weather the same as the sky, but putting them in the sentence they reflect different meaning.
Okay. All right. So here we're talking about when we're translating something word for word, does it mean the same thing? So Muhammad, driving you up the wall in your language, what does that mean?
I think we have the wall, so it's driving off. It means driving. how you can say driving a car, for example, driving car. Yes, driving you, it means you are the
Yes.
person, or it means you are the subject, up the wall.
Yeah,
The
so you're going
destination,
uphill.
we say drive up the wall, yes, driving you up the wall. So the wall,
Yes.
yes, I think the wall is,
Okay.
yes,
Okay, and below the last one, at the end of your tether, do you have anything similar in French?
What does tether mean?
Okay, that's a very old English word. It's like a leather rope. So it's a leather rope, and you've got to the end of that, so you're going to fall off the rope. Okay, a tether. We often tie things, we tether them. It's an old English word. So it would be a leather rope. So you've tried and tried and tried and tried, but you've got to the end of the rope, and now all that can happen is you can fall off. There's no more rope to hold on to. Have anything similar in French?
Yes, in French there is very similar expression.
Okay.
Of your tether, yes.
Also using this type of word at the end of the rope?
Actually, no. But in French, what is used is how is it called in English? You know, it's something that is sticky to stick things together with
Sellotape? Tape?
tape, yes,
Yeah.
at the end of your teeth.
Ah, okay, so very similar then, eh? Very similar. Okay, so that we were looking at it word for word as we were looking at this one, word for word.
And sorry, I'm here now. Yeah, I'm very sorry.
Hi, Paulina, how
Hi.
are you? Tell me, where are you from, Paulina?
I'm from Poland.
Okay. And do you speak a lot of English during the week or not?
During the week, no, but I am going on a vacation in 4 days, and then I will talk a lot.
Okay, where are you going on vacation?
On Sardinia, Italy.
And do you speak Italian?
No, absolutely.
Right, so you're learning English, great.
Yes.
All right, we're just looking at idioms and phrases in this lesson. We've gone over 3 of them. Those ones under the weather, driving you up the wall, and at the end of your tether. Here are a whole lot of new ones. Mohammed, can you read this section for us? Just these ones over here.
yes,
Mohammed,
positive,
your mic
yes, positive outcomes. A blessing in discuss. Let someone disguise. Okay, a blessing in disguise. Let someone off the hook. Speak of the devil on the ball. Yes.
Okay, good ones, and ones you will hear very often when listening to English speakers. Paulina, can you read this section for
In the dumps at the end of my tether, and they drive up the wall.
They gave us all the negative ones to start off with, didn't they? Okay, so those are sadness and anger. We will go over them in a minute. Manel, can you read these ones for us?
Advice. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't book by discover. Pull yourself together. Bite the bullet.
Okay. All right, Mohammed, have you heard any of them before?
No. It's like maybe American any community style, maybe style, and the weather down the tops. Maybe it's related to literature when you write, for example.
No, these are idioms that we would use in everyday language. That's why we're focusing on them today. So I'll explain them in a minute, and then we can see if we can use them to explain or express how her day has been going.
Yes, yes.
Pauline, have you seen any of them before?
No, I don't think so. Under the weather, maybe, because in Poland we have some something like
Similar?
Yeah, similar.
Okay, and under the weather meaning you don't feel very well.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't judge your book by its cover. Pull yourself together, and that's it.
Yes, I saw a lot of them and use they use most of them like daily, but there are something new. For example, blessing is disguise and bite the ball. Something new for me.
Okay, super. So we're going to be looking at all of them today and hopefully understanding them and then understanding one that we want to use every day. Okay, I will stop and chat about some pronunciations a bit later in the lesson, but we're just looking at the idioms now. A blessing in disguise, Tanya. Can you read this?
A blessing in disguise is a bit of good fortune that appears negative, but it's actually positive. Why you don't? Why do you think the word disguise is used in this context?
Okay, so why is it disguised? What does disguise mean, Tanya?
Disguise, it's when I think it's when you don't know.
Absolutely. When something is dressed up as something else. So if I go in disguise to a party, I may have a mask on or something so that people don't know who I am. I'm in disguise. And the blessing is covered up in some kind of party dress. Okay. So losing my phone was a blessing in disguise. I'm now spending more time reading and visiting prayers. So it was a horrible thing to happen, but good things came of that, the blessing in disguise. All right. Let someone off the hook, Mohammed. Read this one.
Okay. Imagine a friend has asked you to come over to their house to help them with a home renovation project, but you don't want to do it. He then calls you and says you don't need to come after all. He's let you off the hook. What do you think the phrase has to do with fishing?
So does it have anything to do with fishing, Mohammed?
No?
So a hook is the hook for the fish. You know that?
Yes.
When you go fishing, you've got a hook
The item
and you catch the fish. Yeah?
yes, it means related to in the sentence maybe it is a project. It's maybe related to yes.
Okay,
So
so
it's
what happened here? Yeah?
So he's invention they call it. I think it's maybe related to his friend. I don't know. So I maybe it's maybe need two person to the individuals to have to.
You're committed to it, so now you've got to do it. You're on the hook. But when you get let off the hook, you are set free. You've got free time. Sometimes if I've organized nice to meet people. I'm too tired to actually go, but I promised I would go. And then someone phones to say, oh, something. I'll let you off the hook today, but we really need to start working on it tomorrow. So as soon as you're relieved that something has happened, you are let off the hook. Okay, Paulina, speak of the devil. Read this one for us.
Speak of the devil, we use this phrase when we were just talking about
Nicer than the devil. So it's probably a better expression. Okay, speak of the devil. We were just talking about your presentation today was excellent. Okay, so we were talking about it and now you've come to join us.
Handball, football.
To sport. She's totally on the ball at work right now, which is impressive because she's managing two big projects. Below, are you on the ball at work at the moment? And we have another one who said we drop the ball. So sometimes we do really well and we forget to do something and we drop the ball. So on the ball, do you have a similar one in French? Another situation and it's a social context. When someone is doing okay. Now, if it's a quote in English, that means
your clients is unhappy with how your company has been performing recently. They inform you that they have been thinking about working with one of your competitors if things do not improve. We really need to be on board these next 4 weeks.
Bienvenue dans cette présentation du projet Toby. Chaque leçon est que
passionate about. And I could explore it might turn out to be a blessing in disguise.
Okay. You are the captain of the basketball team. Your best player contacts you to tell you that they are unable to come to training this week. Okay, I think the second one. It's okay with it off the hook this time. So it's the second one. Yes. In I let them in hook when I was in school. When I was school to make my personal project, my final project. So I let them off the hook. I let my friend or my team. Yes, yes. You say yes.
In your life, when did something turn out, something horrible turned out to be something really good?
Yes.
Okay, super, great stuff. Good. So there we're using them in different situations. So it's expressing sadness and anger. We spoke about these ones earlier. Under the weather, down in the dumps, at the end of my tether, and driving me up the wall. And we're not going to read those right now. Let's have a look down further. Which idioms are usually associated with stress or burnout? Which ones are these? These ones I can sorry. So I must know which is the first. No, you don't have to read them. Just tell me which idioms indicate that someone is very stressed or maybe
Finish.
no more power, no more energy, no more
Tired.
patience with anyone. You are tired, yes.
Burnout? Burnout? No?
Burnout, yes, that's a very, very good synonym for that idiom, okay? So I'm at the end of my tether. No